Boom, what's the deal, baby? Y'all already know who it is, man. It's the Prince, you know what I mean? Today's video is a lot different than other videos I've done. Obviously, I made the Lord Knows Real Testament. It's an audiobook, you know what I mean? We made that back in the pandemic, but I have another book that only a small group of people got. It wasn't in a physical copy. It was like an ebook format. It's super small, but that is what I'm talking about in today's video, and it is called How I Built a Cult Following. And I took 7 steps. So every single one of you guys out there that got a brand or just a business in general, and y'all want to build like a dope culture and a dope cult following behind your stuff and people that will support you for years and for half a decade and generations to come, listen to this whole entire audiobook. That's what it is, basically, right? If it's an ebook, but it's super small though. It's like only like 5-10 minutes long, but the steps up in here, these are the steps that I still like implement, you know what I mean, with my brand. If y'all don't know, it's the Lord Knows. Y'all see that right there, Lord, you know what I mean? It's the Lord Knows brand. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say for every single brand owner out there, do not stop and always remember to divorce from the result and embrace the craft. So with that being said, I wish all of y'all the best, and love is love. Mwah. How I Built a Cult Following. Purpose of the book. This book is not only made to tell you about our story, but it is also made to help you build a foundation with your brand. In this short book, not only I'm going to tell you, but I'm also going to show you examples of my brand and how over time I built it into a cult following. Day by day, month by month, year by year, we continuously grow. I keep adding more and more people to our tribe with the steps I have taken. Humans have a desperate need to find meaning and belief in their life, which opens people up to be deceived. The most important part of building a following with your brand is creating a tribe of people who will go to war with you day in and day out, no matter how good or how bad the days are. In this book, I'm going to give you the steps I take with my brand every single day to build a cult following. I have done over my 8 years being in business with a 0 marketing budget, 0 experience, and 0 cosigns. First and foremost, you must remember that a brand is nothing but a belief system. It is your job to set something authentic and genuine to make people believe in your brand. The first step that you need to build a cult following is an origin story. People want to hear your creation story before you were a brand owner. What were you doing? How did you get started with a brand? What inspired you to even make a brand? People want to know, not just because it's compelling for people to know that you were always a brand owner and always had your shit together, but it's important that you're sharing experience so the people who can see it gravitate to it. It's honestly what brings people together to buy your brand. The Lord Knows story. When I first got into the streetwear industry, I saw a lot of stuff that was contaminated, meaning it wasn't real or genuine at all. I thought to myself, how can I make a brand that is so pure and authentic? There's nothing better than communicating with people about my upbringing and situations in life. Throwing it on a canvas, which is a shirt, that's exactly what I did. A lot of people fucked with the brand, but they wanted to know the back end story. In 2016, when I had the chance to do an interview with the hundreds, I got to tell my story and share it to my audience. I explained in the interview that I was selling drugs in a nightclub just to get by. I was getting caught up in the streets, wilding out, and all types of stuff. But the overall story was compelling, and it made people buy in even more, due to the fact they can relate, not just only to the clothing, but also to the story. Creed. It is why. Why do you do what you do? This should be your mission statement on steroids. The one thing you believe in is that everything revolves around the brand. If anyone asks you to do anything outside of your creed, you will not do it. My creed is to make clothes for kids who are outcasts and misfits to society. The Lord Knows story. In life, you have to have a why. I put it out there a lot to my following why I started a brand in the first place. My why of my brand is to reach those who are misunderstood in general society. That is my tribe. My tribe isn't for anyone else. Not only do I say it a lot to make sure that my following understands the brand is made for them, I also have it in our About Us on our website. So before you even go buy into the brand, you at least know our back end story and who we are aiming to reach. And if you can or can't relate to that, we put the ball in your court. Either you fucking with us or you're not. Icons. Your icon is your logo. It is important that you keep hitting your audience over and over and over with brand consistency no matter what. And also the items revolve around your logo as well. This is very important because if you look at many brands that don't have logo consistency, I can bet on my soul that they don't have a cult following because there's no tribe. But if you look at every brand that has a cult-like following and culture, no matter if it's small or big, 9 out of 10 times, they have a very consistent logo that they brand over and over and over. This is very important because if you can sell your logo over and over and over, that is a sign that people are 1000% bought into your culture. Rituals. You work from the front end to the back end, from what your customer sees to what they don't see. What are your rituals? The routine the customer needs predictability to understand your brand to convert the call to action. My customer sees our rituals on how we update them on newsletters, apps, Instagram stories, the Lord Knows page, and many more platforms. We have a certain ritual. My question to you is, what is yours? The Lord Knows story. Our store isn't open 24/7. Our business model is totally different than a lot of brands out there. We are only open 2 to 3 days out of the month, but our customer knows that. And when you try to go to our website, it will be shut down. And when we release, for days beforehand, you will get an email notification stating and giving you an update on when the products are releasing, when the lookbook is releasing, etc., etc. Now our tribe understands our routine for when and how we release our products. Not only that, if they follow our Instagram, they will be informed. That is why we have over 30,000 followers with less than 100 plus photos, because our tribe understands our ritual. Haters. These are people who will be against you. It is your job to address them, even if it's loud for everyone to see. If you don't have haters, you are not disrupting nothing or nobody. The harsh reality is everyone is not going to fuck with your brand, from owners, customers, outsiders, etc. You can't please everyone, but you need people talking about you. If you don't have haters, that means you're not pushing the limits. That means you're not taking risks. That means you're not doing anything different. That means you're not disrupting. Haters are strengthening the brand name due to the fact that you are talked about. Put your tribe in a choosing battle where there's only victory and no defeat. Sacred words. Sacred words is a special terminology that only your brand uses all the time, and your audience will know and fully understand. Lord Knows story. When you hear the word Lord within our tribe, we are the first thing that comes to the customer's mind. Even when we use our alias phrases like hell on earth or say your prayers, our tribe identifies that with our brand as a whole and fully understands exactly what it means. Leader. You are the person with the vision and the instinct to make it happen. It is your job to implement these 7 rules into your brand to build a cult following over time. It takes time and it will not come overnight, but it is very doable. Lord Knows story. As a brand owner, I can honestly say in the past 8 years of being in business, I have implemented every single one of these steps. I might not be on a high scale, but everyone starts at one, and that is what kept us going. People have bought into our story, our mission, and our purpose with the company. I honestly will say I don't think we'll be standing 8 years in if we didn't have a story to tell. We put our story on garments that connect with me as much as possible, but this brand is deeper than me. It's now a lifestyle. It's a part of everybody within our community, and it is a cult that will live on forever. Thank you for listening.